Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to sort the elements of the matrix. So how to arrange it in any order, either in ascending or descending order. Okay, the elements of a double dimensional array. Now, this question will be the basic question which will be asked in your practical board examination, ISC practical board examination. Okay, they will ask a matrix question or array question which has a matrix problem. Okay, basic thing is you should know how to sort the elements, right? It can be the questions may differ in different years, like sorting row wise, sorting the boundary elements, sorting the non-boundary elements, sorting the diagonals, cross diagonals. Okay, so for all that, main basic thing is sorting. So you should know the technique how to sort and double dimensional array. So in this video, we are going to show an program example in Java. Okay, how to sort the elements of a matrix. So in BlueJ, I have created a class called sort matrix. Okay. So here you can see that there are two different types of data members. One is array variable A, okay, which stores the elements of the matrix. That means it will store the elements of double dimensional array. Okay. So and it is only the first part of the declaration, and now you can see two more variables that will be the range of elements. So suppose if in the question they ask you accept the elements, okay, the matrix size should be above 2 and below 20, so there should be some range. So that range will be determined by m and n, so you have to accept it before you declare a matrix. So you should define what is the size of the matrix depend upon this m and n value. Okay. Now you are going to see how to accept the data. So I created an function called input, where I created object, scanner class object, and then you can see enter the value of m. Okay, and you are getting the input of m. Okay, so according to the question paper, you should define whether it is above 2 and below 20. So the range, in between the range, the number should be in between the range. Okay, same way this m is the row value, and you got one more variable, that is the element. Okay, that is a value which will be stored as column. So total number of rows and total number of columns. Okay, after getting the input, you are going to store it into the that is, you are going to fix the number of elements in an array. So already we declared an array here. The first half of the array is declared here. Okay, int a, open and close bracket, two empty brackets. Okay, that has to be filled now. So a equal to new int the maximum element can for, that is, row is m and column is n. So m row and n column. Now after declaring this, you are going to enter the elements. So before entering the elements, you are going to check whether it meets the range of value. Say the m is the row value. Okay, it should be in between 3 and below 20. So you are going to check m value is greater than 2 and or it should be lesser than 20, and you are going to also check the column value should be greater than 2 and the n value is lesser than 20. So after checking this, okay, if the condition is true, if all the condition is true, that means it is in between this range, then you're going to accept the element. So here you're going to see two loops. Okay, so the first loop, the outer loop, is for the row, number of rows. Say suppose if you have 3 rows, it will execute 3 times. So it starts from the element 0. So I equal to 0, I lesser than m. So if it is 3 rows, it will be 0 to 2, and then you are going to increase by 1. And the inner loop is nothing but the column values. Okay, so j equal to 0, j lesser than n, and j plus plus. So you are going to accept the elements, and you're going to accept the elements row wise. Okay, so this is how you're going to use the loop, and this is the input statement. So a of ij equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so this statement will accept the element and store it into the box, that is the row and column values given there into the box individually. So after that, we already checked one condition. If the condition is false, if any one of the condition is false, then it will print the value that is out of range. So this is the input value. Okay. Now you're going to go to the sorting part. So before that, you should know how to sort it. So I'm going to explain you that. Now you already got the elements stored into the matrix. Suppose if you have the element like this, say you got 9 elements. So suppose if you enter 3 cross 3 matrix, you got 9 elements which is stored in matrix order. That is, it will store in row wise order. The first element which will be stored in the first box, and the second element which will be stored in the second box, and then third box. After filling the first 3 numbers, it goes on and fill the second row, 7, 1 and 6, which will be stored in the second row, and then finally the next 3 numbers. So it will store the elements in row wise order, okay, in the matrix. So normally if you use a loop statement, a nested loop, you know the outer loop will be working one time and the inner loop will be working 3 times. So that inner loop represents the column and the outer loop represents the row. So it stores row wise. Now we are coming to the important part, how to sort the matrix. So you got different methods in sorting the matrix. So what I am going to teach you is, okay, you are going to convert this double dimensional array into a single dimensional array. Okay, so that's what you're going to see. So convert DDA, that is double dimensional array, into single dimensional array. And then after converting to single dimensional array, sort the single dimensional array. You can see it is in order now. Okay, sort the single dimensional array. That you can use any technique you want. Okay, any standard technique. So you are going to see that how to sort the single dimensional array. And after sorting it, you are going to store back, convert the single dimensional array into double dimensional array. So these 3 things you are going to do while sorting the matrix. So you are going to see that in BlueJ. So this method, void sort, is used to sort the matrix. So these are 3 steps we just discussed. You are going to convert the double dimensional array, that is matrix, into a single dimensional array, and then sort the single dimensional array, and then store back the single dimensional array into double dimensional array. This process is going to be done in this method. Now you are going to see different variables used. We will explain one by one. Int, all are integers. First one is k. Okay, while you normally use m and n for the rows and columns. Okay, when you come to the single dimensional array, it won't be the same 3 rows and 3 columns. So what you have to do, you have to multiply it, right? So m into n will be 9. So 3 into 3 is 9. So 9, it will be a single dimensional array. So 9 elements has to be stored there. So or what you can do is you can declare a separate variable and define it as 0 and keep track with the number of elements by adding 1 to each. Whenever you store an element into a single dimensional array, you just increment the value of k. And then this temp value, you always do that whenever you sort something, you will use a temporary value to swap the elements between the arrays, right? And now you have to have a single dimensional array. You have to declare a single dimensional array. So I am declaring B as a single dimensional array, which is equal to, that is equal to new int m into n, because 3 cross 3. Okay, m values 3 and n values 3 means it will be 3 into 3, 9 elements will be stored in the array B. Same way, if it is 3 cross 4, so 3 rows and 4 columns, then it will be 3 into 4, 12 elements. So it goes on like that. Depend upon the input of m and n, the values will change. Okay, number of elements will change for the single dimensional array B. Now we are going to come to the storing, that is converting the double dimensional array into the single dimensional array. So you should use the same loop. Okay, since you used it in the input statement, that is the input function, whatever you use, the same thing you are going to use it here. So I equal to 0, I lesser than m, I plus plus. The inner loop will be j equal to 0, j lesser than n, and j plus plus. So that is same. Now you can see b of k. Okay, as we discussed before, you are going to store a separate variable to keep track with the number of elements. So b of k value 0 for the first time, because you have defined it as 0, equal to a of ij. That is, it will store the elements which is in row wise. It will take the element and it will store it into the single dimensional array k, and you have to increase as you store the elements into the single dimensional array. You have to keep on increasing this value. That means once this loop is executed, the k value will be 9. That is totally 3 cross 3 matrix. You will have totally 9 elements. So you will have the k value as 9. Okay. Now you are going to see how to sort the single dimensional array. This one you already discussed it. Okay, you have two loops, that is nested loop. You got I equal to 0, I lesser than k. Okay, because you know that the k value now 9. Okay, and I plus plus, and then j equal to 0 and j lesser than k minus 1. We are using bubble sort technique here. Okay, it can be k minus I minus 1 also, because you want to reduce to a minimum number of steps. You can do that, and then j plus plus. Now you got a condition statement, j b of j greater than b of j plus 1. Okay, if the if the first value is greater than the second value, you have to swap it. Okay, this technique and all we already discussed in uh, single dimensional array bubble sort. So you're going to swap this. This is a step. So temp equal to b of j. So the value will be stored in temp, and the second value will be stored in b of j, and then the b of j plus 1 will store the temp value. Okay. Now you are going to store it back into the double dimensional array. Now what you have to do is you have to alter, that is reset the k value, okay, into 0, because you have to reset. You have to start from 0 again, all over again. Now you are going to do the reverse process. You are going to use the same loop. Okay, I equal to 0, I lesser than m, I plus plus, and then j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Now you can see the reverse process. So a of I, j equal to b of k, right? So here what happens is you know that matrix will store row wise, and then single dimensional array, it will take element one by one, and it will be storing into the matrix elements. Okay, so it will store back into the double dimensional array, and then you are going to increase the k value, so that all the 9 values will be stored back into the double dimensional array. Okay, just is a reverse process. Now finally you are going to display the matrix. So this display method, okay, which will have two loops again. Okay, and it is used to statement is used to print here. So system would print a of ij, and then tab space to show the distance between two elements, and then you got a system of println statement to, after the first row is print, you have to print the second row. So it goes on like that. Okay, so this is a display method. Now finally you are going to see the public static void main method. Here you have got a object for the class. Okay, sort matrix is the class name. So ob is the object, and then you are going to use its object and call the function. So ob dot input will be called first. So it will go on and execute the input method. Okay, so this is the input method. So it will input the m and n value, and then it will store all the elements in the matrix. Okay, and then you got system at println original matrix. So you're going to see original matrix. You're going, before sort, you're going to show the sorting. Okay, sorted matrix or rearranged matrix. You're going to first print the original matrix, and then you can show the difference. So original matrix will be print. You can see ob.display is called. So ob.display will print the original matrix what is stored in a of that is the matrix a, right? The variable a, array variable a. Now you're going to sort it. Okay, rearrange matrix. You're going to sort. So you're going to call the sort method. In sort method, it will convert, okay, the double dimensional array into single dimensional array, and then you're going to sort the single dimensional array, and then finally store back the single dimensional array into double dimensional array. Then what you're going to do is you're going to call ob.display, which will display the sorted array now. Okay, so this will display the sorted array. Now you're going to execute this program. So compile this. Okay. Now I'm going to give the value of m, that is 3, and n is also 3. So it is a 3 cross 3 matrix as we discussed in examples. I'm going to just give some numbers. So 6, 5, 8. Okay. And then I'm going to give 9, 3, 1. And I'm going to give say 2, 7, and 6. Now you can see the original matrix. Okay, so it is stored in row wise order. Okay, and then you can see the rearranged matrix here below. Okay, so this is how you are going to solve if a matrix problem is given. If they are asking you to sort the matrix in ascending or descending order. You please follow this method. Okay, so please follow this method so that it will be helpful for you to solve any type of sorting problem, right? It may be sorting row wise, or it may be sorting the boundary elements or non-boundary elements, or whatever it is, you are going to solve it very easily by converting the double dimensional array into single dimensional array. After picking up the elements and store it into single dimensional array, and sort the single dimensional array and then store back into the double dimensional array. So this is what you are going to do. Okay, hope you understood this video. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you.